Hello Taurus, greetings, how you doing? This is Damien with HK Readings Healing Culture Tarot, and I am here to do you guys this reading that's going to be your January monthly. This is going to be the energies for the rest of the month as we're already, here about mid-month. And, tap into some of the energies that have started the year, within the past couple of weeks and see what we've got going on. I definitely do have a message for you guys that I just want you to ponder on right now, is that you have the energy of someone or group of people that are really wanting to know what's on your mind. They're really wanting to communicate with you. Someone who's trying to reach you. I don't feel like this is really someone distant, but someone that you might engage with, but maybe they don't feel like that they can fully connect with you. So that's just something to keep in mind. By the way, guys, this is going to be for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or Jupiter. So stay tuned to see if any of the messages resonate with you. If they do, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We've got some Golden Tarot and we've got some Gypsy Sibylla Oracle cards here. Let's go ahead and see what we got. All right. So guys, laid out here first, we've got the Priest card, the card of cheerfulness, and the Servant, and then I'm going to go ahead and get 3 from the Golden Tarot here. Seven of Wands, 2 of Coins, the Hierophant, and the Emperor. Okay, this is looking like a wild goose chase here to me. I'm not gonna lie. This is, then we got Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This is looking like a wild goose chase to me. What I mean by that is, someone I feel is going to be, and they already are, standing their ground when it comes to their desire to approach and pursue their Taurus. Their Taurus, however, does not seem to be giving too much attention to the direction of those who are fighting for their attention. Like I said, this isn't just one, there are many, and I don't think that you are paying attention to any of them because you already feel like you're juggling enough. Now, when I say juggling enough, like with the 2 of Coins here, it could be arguable that some of you feel like you don't want to try to take on like a serious romantic relationship right now while working on self and your career and moving forward within your goals and aspirations. But what it really is that, like, along with, going to achieve your goals, along with maybe excited about being single or just, very liberated in a sense, like a regained a sense of independence, if not necessarily, single. There's just a part of you that I think has been so embraced by self that you've kind of withdrawn like that part of yourself from others. And they're kind of fighting for it. And, you're the goose. Let's just put it like that. and they're chasing. Like, I don't know. Like, you got some people that are chasing, like, it's a very fast paced energy. Like, you feel like some of the energies that are coming in are very just like we had at the bottom of the deck with that Knight of Wands. But I mean, others are a little more stable. Others are a little more stable. We've got the Devil with the Eight of Cups. What I feel like is, the situations that you are avoiding. There are going to be other people that are trying to tell you differently. Like, they know what's good for you, Taurus, and you should love them, and you should do things their way. And look at all of the effort that they're putting in, and they're working hard for you. And they could have all of these people, but they're wanting to choose you. Or maybe they're wanting to make you their main, which is still, very non-committal. Like, for those who do resonate with that particular side of it. But, we've got the Priest card here and the Hierophant card here. And it's representing, the dual sides. But still, the Priest is my equivalent to the Hierophant card in this Sibylla Oracle deck. So we've got Taurus on the board here, Taurus on the board here, and then more Taurus energy with the Emperor card here, which also, shares that energy with Aries. But, you're essentially coming up strong here when it comes to being wise within the application of the lessons that you've learned, okay? Like, the Hierophant and the Emperor is strong energy. The Hierophant, especially with the way it comes now, is, talking about how you know better and how much you've come to know self, to where as you might be being tested now, you're able to apply how strong you are, knowing that you know yourself more than anybody else when it comes to making decisions that your energy is going to be involved in. And the Emperor is the one who, solidifies, like, standing that ground, but also the application, it just becomes more than an idea. So there's a very strong energy there. And of course, one precedes the other, from the Emperor to the Hierophant, 4 to 5, Aries to Taurus. So, I just want to reiterate that one little point one last time, in that, like, others feeling as though they really are gonna know what's best for you in the sack, guys, gals. It's just like, because I don't think you're feeling any of it. And as you're standing strong and just being like, knowing what you want, and if it's not resonating within your gut, if it's not feeling or looking or tasting or anything like it should, you're not settling, there's going to be a lot of accoutrements. There's going to be lots of bells and whistles, a lot of pretty things, pretty dinglings, pretty whatever the fuck you're into. But, like, it's just going to be a lot of it. And I think, like, what I'm getting from the cards here is, like, you're not going to be so tied up in that. But, because remember, we also had the Devil card energy here at the bottom of the deck. That Hierophant here is looking back. The Hierophant is many things, but when it comes to that cognizance of the culmination of lessons, right? Like, there's still that part of, like, if others want to get your attention and they know what appeals to you, they know what, like, looks good to you, or just how to do those things, be careful of that, because I think that's going to be used to try to make that, Hierophant shift that Emperor energy, because you see the Hierophant's looking back. So to shift that Emperor energy backwards to where action would ensue into something that is just temptation. Like, I wouldn't do that. So, like, there will be moments where I feel like you'll be tempted against your better judgment, okay? As strong-willed and determined as you are against that, like, don't be set so much so that in turn it can allow it to happen, Like, there's a certain peace that you can have with your trepidations. Like, I mean, I'm just saying. Um, because, like, if you're truly not going to go back to something, like, there's only so hard do you have to go at it to prove it, really. But it's okay to understand the lessons within temptation. Someone wants to know what's on your mind and you're totally ignoring them. I don't know if you've even had like a good time like that in a while. Even if you might have been intimate with anyone at any point in time, although I do see that for some of you there's been like a bout of celibacy. I will say, like, for those of you that are tempted, I don't know how far you plan to take it, but I do think that that's something that's coming up for you. Wanting the Z, and no, what is it, the SEKS, the sex, you know? The connection, the skin to skin contact, somebody knocking the boots, signing that honey on the running time. You know, I just got all the references, boo. Somebody wants to see that thong, to thong, thong, thong. And that, and the great thing about this wonderful year of 2023, honey, that's not gender specific. So that is any of you Torians out there. They want to see you in Cisco's finest. But, and you want to be in it. But I mean, I know it's like, how do you go about like having some fun, adult time where everybody's responsible about it and everybody's dignified about it and outright with their emotions, which you're probably wanting to leave it at like nothing committal right now anyways, or like unless it's the one. But like, how do you do that? But also just like, you're not trying to be out here in this pool like dating and just like frivolously, you know, um making things clap and like all of that. You're just not trying to do that all willy-nilly. But I will tell you, Taurus, we are known for thinking ourselves out of a pickle, aren't we? You're gonna have to find that fine line. You know, you're gonna have to find that fine line because there's only so much you could take. Like, let's get down to it, because I really think this is showing how stubborn and we are. I'm a Taurus sun tropically, a Vedically Taurus sun, Taurus moon. I'm gonna tell you, we're really good at that. But like, you need some. Like, I feel so much tension in this fucking reading, like even from these cards, but it's so staunch and it's so strong, and that is wonderful. That is great, and that is what we do, and we can just go. Like, the bull can just go and go and go. But like, it's about time you might want to tell somebody what's on your fucking mind, because what is on your mind, nobody would ever fucking know with these cards right here. Beyond these cards, like, nobody would ever really fucking know. Like, you can kind of hint at it and you probably think you're a really good hinter of things, but you're really fucking not. Like, in the sense that like you can have so much control over it to where like where somebody even thinks they might even understand where you're coming from. Like, the rug can be snatched under them like they weren't fucking like, you know, slug slippers. Like, it just won't even matter. That whole idea they had could be removed just like that. Nobody really knows what's on your mind, Taurus, but what's on your mind is that you want to be primal. You want to knock boots. You want to have some let's have some fun. This beat is sick. I want to take a ride on your disco stick. I don't know who's giving the disco stick, who's riding the disco stick. I don't care where you're at in the Lady Gaga song. And I know this sounds like a sermon, but if it fucking does, then amen. Ashe, Hallelujah. Um, what the fuck ever. Listen, guys, let's just talk about like your needs, because in the ways of self-care, I do think that there are needs that you have been meeting, but there have been many needs you haven't. And I don't think I've done a reading for Taurus like this in some years. It's probably been since like 2018. Yeah. Well, that's like as it is currently. That's about 5 years ago, and I think that's how long it's been. Maybe not quite 5 years, guys, that it's been pinned up. But like, I really feel like I wasn't being satiated. Then it was a problem, but in the past like 2 to 3 years strong, it has been an issue. Do something with it. Don't just, I don't know. You're juggling, I'm not going to say you're juggling a lot. You've got your things that you're putting your time and your energy into. And like, even if you think that those things could be more fruitful because you're doing all the right things, and you don't see what's going on, there's probably there's some channels you can open up bodily. There are some chakra portals that you can open up and align with a little kundalini or what have you. I don't know, but get you some, Taurus, okay? And I don't even think that there's more that I can go on about this reading without even like just reiterating how this reading, like just getting into how this reading started, and the point that I felt my energy just jump and shift. That was the point where it's just like, that's the only way it would have even came up and navigated, because like this is calling me out, you know. And it's like sometimes that's how you even have to get a Taurus to like, own their shit, or just you gotta like catch us off guard, because that caught me off guard. I didn't see the reading going like this, guys. I'm channeling as all of these messages and energy comes to me, and like in my sacral chakra, uh in my solar plexus, I felt it. I'm just like, oh, I felt the whole call out. But it's like, it's real shit. And I think that's the turn that this reading had to take. So if you stuck through to this point, then yeah, then like good for you. Because if you thought this was just gonna be a fluff reading, like it started off kind of like being, like in a sense where like it was very much the introduction, and like sometimes spirit just leaves you with enough, and then sometimes like like it gets down into like a deeper message, and I think this couldn't have even been approached that directly. So I'm glad that the story was able to weave the way that it did. I love y'all. Let me know what you think in the comments. I mean, hey, I was able to be transparent about it, guys, and tell you that yeah, I'm in the same boat. But it's all right, because I'm about to go think about some things too, and I love y'all. So, oh my goodness. This is heavy, y'all. Go get some. And I'm not just saying run out into the streets and do it, but I'm just saying open yourselves up to receiving it, because like it will manifest if you open it up. Open yourself up to it, and you decide all the ways, and, and how you want it to be. Like you can define it, like you definitely can, and the universe will listen. Like if you don't want no scrubs, like that's fine. Just describe how you want it, like you would do anything else for manifestation. But get it. It's at the point where right about now, Funk Soul Brother, the get it done yourself is not really working. And it's that kind of reading.